Hello everybody, I am Red from the Senmo Robots crew, and welcome back to Space Engineers. Yes, I know today is Monday, so it's quite a bit late, but I figured I would get this video out and just kind of give over the small update they did on Thursday for Space Engineers. So we all know that they came out with the efficiency modules and things like that for the refinery and the assembler. Now this week they actually included different modules, but instead of making them actually part of the game, which I kind of hope they do because of the way they work, they made them as a downloadable mod from Keen Software House himself. They're really cool. I mean, the way they work is actually very effective. They're designed exactly to be that way. And so here they are. So this one right here is actually the gyroscope module. This is designed so that you can actually minimize the amount of space, like the effectiveness of a gyroscope. So instead of having, I think it's like a 2-to-1 ratio or something like that, or a 1-to-2. So it's like this one equals 2 now instead of just 1. So if you have 4 on here, you're actually getting like 8 or something like that. I don't know what the actual like number ratio is for it. I'll probably remember at some point. But this does increase large ship capabilities, because this is only effective for large ships and stations, of course. But like Big Red down there, if you install this on him instead of the mountains of gyros that he has, he actually moves quite a bit faster. He actually has more of effective turn radius. So this is actually pretty useful for easier builds in which we don't want to eat up all the space with the gyros. The next thing we're going to go over is another thing that only is available for large ships and stations, which is the drill booster. Now, this actually does give it more capability when it does come to drilling faster. So this actually drills faster and picks up much more quickly. Between the two, though, as you can see, this is Drill 1 and Drill 2. Drill 2 is the non-modded one. So this one has nothing except for the cargo container. And if we look at their power consumption, you can see that Drill 2, which is the one without the mod, is 2.0 kilowatts. This is 2.60. So this actually eats up a little bit more power, but again, it has more, at a higher rate of drilling. So this actually drills a lot faster than this one does. But as you can see from a size perspective, this is about an entire block bigger than this one that has a cargo container attached to it, where this has no such things attached to it. This is just by itself, has to still be piped up and everything. So overall, I mean, it's cool. I would use this more for like a stationary drill that's kind of like you've left on an asteroid out there or something like that, and it's drilling its way down into the asteroid, and you come and collect the stuff and then leave. I don't know if I would use it so much on ships, because the piping's going to get real complicated real quick. Yeah, that's it for the large station ones, because those two are the only ones that apply for stations and large ships. Down here we actually have the engine booster. So this is a thruster booster, and as you can see, it has red tab right there. If I go ahead and I put that there, now you can see that's green. That little light is now indicating that it is green instead of red, which means it is connected up to something. And if you look actually on the back of these thrusters now, not that one, but these, you can actually see right there that it has a little connection port, which actually hooks right up, because as soon as you put the mod in, it changes this so that this can connect up to that, which increases thrust. And let's see if I can, there we go, we'll delete that, and we'll get rid of that. This does dramatically increase the thrust. So, I'm going to go into, so what we're going to do, nope. I'm going to put a little button on each. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this up to, we're only going to do about, let's make it 1,000. So 1 kilonewton. And as you can see, it's not terribly, it's not trying to push its way out. But we're actually going to give this one a head start. So as you can see, there it goes. So that's probably about 3 seconds out. Now we're going to give this one, and we're going to release this. Oh, let's see if I can follow them in Spectator. Oh, and there it goes. Well, that was a terrible example of how fast each one is. Because, honestly, like, between the two, they're actually ridiculous. The difference is quite monumental. Like, if you were to attach this to a regular one, these two would have a huge issue keeping up with each other. Like, this would take off without it. But yeah, I mean, overall, those are the new updates for this. They actually included a modular control as well. So, well, not modular control. I mean, like, controller. Like, I didn't say modular. But you can actually use a controller to control the character now and control the camera and everything like that to give you kind of a smoother ride so that you can adjust things as you go. They also included one more thing, which I will show you guys right now. Alright, well, yeah. This is actually the little setup right here. This is it's a new scenario, or new mission as I call it. And it's basically like you have to get out of your ship, and you have to basically weld this thing up, because it's just a projector floating out into space, and you start from block by block to build it up, and basically, I guess it's give it off to some traders or something like that. I don't know. But it's like it's gonna require you to actually put a lot of effort and work into this, especially since this looks like the welding and grinding ship you're probably gonna need to get a lot of work done. I don't know if I'd give them this ship right off the bat, but I did hit it, so I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna go look at it. So I mean, yeah, it's exactly that. It is just and this is a survival too. So like, you need the oxygen, you need the energy. Yeah, and so this requires that someone sit down and, like, weld it and put it back together, get it all together. And this battery only has a limited lifespan, so this is going to fall apart pretty soon. But yeah, guys, that is everything for this update. Overall, I mean, it's not too big, but again, it did include some new features and ideas for us to kind of play around with and to have fun with, especially with these scenarios, because they're not all warlike, they're not all meant to be, like, situations which are conflicting with another force or anything like that. But as always, I am Red from the Send More Robots crew. Always remember who you are and what you are. Don't go cause any trouble out there. And always remember, space is a big place. And don't hit things out in space, because they just keep floating, because there's no air to cause that drag. Bye, guys. Ah, there it is, and he's... let's see if I can fight him, if I can win! No, I'm not strong enough! Yes, and that's what happens when you fight a wolf, and you can't win. I think he's a big wolf, too, so he just wrecks you through. But, yeah, so that is my playthrough on Dark. Gave me a chance to show you more stuff. I'm sorry that she died, she had a lot of stuff. Like I said, I only lasted 19 hours.